Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. The angry big Uso, Joseph Parker. Now make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Now look, Joseph Parker. Doesn't matter what you think, doesn't matter what I think. Let's just deal with the facts about Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker has managed to do something amazing since the back-to-back defeats to Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. Now, you take a look at Joseph Parker now. 36 wins, 24 KOs. He has 3 losses, 1 by knockout. From New Zealand, Samoan heritage, 6'4", 76-inch reach, 66% KO ratio. But this is my thing because Joseph Parker's angry. And some people are sitting here wondering, why is he angry? He has nothing to be angry about. His career is doing very well. He has, I think it's 5 kids now. Finally had his son. He's making millions of dollars. Why is Joseph Parker angry? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why he's angry. But first, let's just take a look at this, okay? You look back here in 2018. He lost to Joshua. He lost to Dillian White, okay? Decisions. That's 2018. Then he went on a run until 2022. And here he fought Joe Joyce. When he fought Joe Joyce, he got knocked out. Okay? So he had a good 3-year run, almost 4-year run. After he fought Joe Joyce, he went on another run from 2022 until now, and he hasn't lost. So when you look at what Joseph Parker has been able to do, from losses, he's managed to turn things around. Now, of course, I have an opinion on Joseph Parker, and I have a lot of questions about Joseph Parker and the things he may have done and the people he's been involved with. But I'm just dealing with the facts right now. So let's kill the conversation and deal with the facts. When you have a guy who comes and is able to clip names like Martin Bakole, okay? I get it. We all have an opinion about the Martin Bakole-Joseph Parker fight. But the bottom line is he got the knockout. That's it. There's nothing else to discuss, right? We're just dealing with the facts. He knocked him out. He fought Zhilei Zhang. He got dropped twice. He was hurt, badly hurt. He got up, outboxed Zhang, and went to a decision and got it. And what's so amazing about that is there's only Parker and Kabayel, who we saw this past weekend, who've been able to get in the ring with Zhang and put the bing bings on him. And when you look at that, Zhang drops everybody. But for those two to be much smaller than Zhang, to get in there and wreck that powerhouse the way they were able to do, that speaks volumes about their commitment level and about their just willing to win and finding a way to win in a fight. So you got to give Parker credit for that. Then before that, no matter what you think, Deontay Wilder is a threat, was a threat. Sure, we all have an opinion about Deontay Wilder and how he's looked since he's left Mark Breland, hooked up with Freaky Maliki. He's got issues in his personal life. Professionally, he doesn't seem to be focused, but he got in that ring with Joseph Parker off that ayahuasca. That's Deontay Wilder's fault. Parker did what he had to do, and he almost knocked Deontay Wilder out with one shot. So you got to give him credit for that, okay? But the bottom line is when you come and you take a look at Joseph Parker clipping Wilder, clipping Zhang, and clipping Bakole, 3 boogeymen in the division. Makes you wonder why the New Zealander is angry, right? Well, he's angry because he's not going to get a title shot. Now, I gotta sit here and I had to ask the question. With a guy like Parker, who's a former champion, who's been able to reinvent himself, learn from his mistakes, and improve, right? And then come and clip 3 other boogeymen in the heavyweight division. Why isn't he fighting for a title? Well, I don't know, but I will tell you this. It could be several things. One, and I'm trying not to get into the goddamn conspiracy theories because, but I'm just going to talk about this right here. Let's just say maybe for a guy like Parker, those key decision makers look at Parker and say, hey, you're on a good run, you're making good money, Because something else we saw this past week in the Riyadh season is obviously whatever those decision makers want, that's what they're going to make sure happens. You saw it with Shiraz and Adamus. Okay, it's not just a matter of the judges' scorecards. It's the fact that Turki Al-Sheikh went over, looked at the judges' scorecards, then went over to Shiraz himself in his corner and told him, "You're down 2 rounds. You need to win." Basically, if he'll do that right in front of the cameras, what will they do behind the scenes? So maybe they look at Joseph Parker and say, "Hey, we're just gonna keep him there, keep him busy, making millions." But this isn't the guy we really want to put in position to fight for undisputed, okay? When they look at it, when I look at it, I think that could be the case. They just don't want him to go and become undisputed, or at least fight for the opportunity. Now, you gotta understand Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Daniel Dubois, Anthony Joshua. Whether you like it or not, okay, Daniel Dubois, I think, makes the fight more interesting if he fights Usyk. And I think that could be just the direction that Turki Al-Sheikh wants to go. When I watch Turki Al-Sheikh, he doesn't really speak or have too much involvement with Joseph Parker. If you watch Turki Al-Sheikh, and he's very personable with select fighters. He's not like that with everyone. And when I watch him with Joseph Parker, I don't even see him with Joseph Parker. You see him with Fury, you see him with Usyk, you saw him with Wilder, you see him with Dubois, and definitely with AJ. I don't see him with Joseph Parker. So that being said, when I look at it, I think it's unfair to Joseph Parker that he's going to have to fight another fight to get an opportunity at those titles. Now, for those of you who are saying, well, who could he possibly fight? There's only one person for Joseph Parker to fight, and that person's Agit Kabayel. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and this is what I see happening. You see, right here, there's a trend. Okay, you see, there's a loss, right? In 2018, Joseph Parker had 2 losses. Then he went to 2022. Then he had a KO. He got KO'd by Joyce. So that's about 3.5 years. So 2022. So here we are now in 2025. That's another 3 years, right? About another 3 years. Every 3 years, Joseph Parker loses. This is the 3rd year. He's going to lose to Kabayel. I think it sucks, and I just got to be real, that Joseph Parker is going to get stuck with fighting a guy like Kabayel. Now, the thing is this. Can Kabayel be dropped? Can he be hurt? Well, we saw that with what Zhang did. But remember, Zhang drops everybody. Zhang is, no kidding, man, big trouble in big China. That dude is a problem. But he dropped Kabayel. Zhang didn't even have his feet set, really. He is kind of contorted, and then he shot the left hand. He's just so damn powerful. He hurt Kabayel and dropped him. But Kabayel got up, shook it off, and then got back to work. And the next round was able to, chop Zhang down and get the knockout. To put Joseph Parker in with Kabayel, Joseph Parker, he's got power. Can he knock out Kabayel? That's the question. Anything's possible. But when I look at Kabayel, I look at his work rate. I look at the way he executes the game plan. Head, body, a lot of body work, a lot of pressure. But Joseph Parker is proven, right, that if he can get through Wilder, he can get through Zhang, he can get through McCauley, and take their shots. He's proven to me that him against Kabayel, you can't write Joseph Parker off. But again, I'm looking at there's a pattern there. Every 3 years, Parker's losing, and I just, for me, and this is just me dealing with the facts. I'm not talking about all the other shit that I believe. I'm just not talking about that in this video. I'm giving Joseph Parker his credit. I just think it sucks that he's got to go now and fight a guy like Kabayel when really he should have had his opportunity to fight Dubois. But this is something that is a fact. Dubois and Usyk are fighting. So anyone out here saying that's not true, it's gonna happen next. Turki Al-Sheikh's already said it. Okay, so Dubois just has an extended training camp. Was he sick? Hey, you figure it out. Okay, was Madrimov sick when he pulled out the Bohachuk fight? Madrimov was supposed to fight Bohachuk in December, and then come now and fight Virgil Ortiz. Okay, but he got sick, right? Anyway, fighters get sick when Turki Al-Sheikh wants to make refinements to his proposed fight schedule. Okay, so again, Turki Al-Sheikh, those key decision makers involved in the Riyadh season, they are gonna do what they want, and they're gonna put fighters in championship bouts. They're gonna put the fighters they want in championship contests. And I just think for Joseph Parker, it's almost like he's in a system right now that's setting him up for failure. You know what I'm saying? They're putting him in with killers. Now, of course, Parker will fight anyone. You got to give him credit for that. Joseph Parker will fight anybody. But at the end of the day, I just think they put him in with Wilder. Most of us thought Wilder was going to knock him out. Zhang, most of us thought Zhang was going to knock him out. Bakole, I didn't think. I thought Bakole would lose. I said we're going to find out just how special Bakole is, because if he gets in here and beats Parker, I said he can't be from Africa. He got to be an alien from some other damn planet, because there's no way in the world he should come out the jungle and go clip Parker, who's been training 6 damn months for Dubois. Like it just wasn't supposed to work out that way, and it didn't. So it happened the way I thought. But now to see Parker possibly be ready to take off 2 weeks and then get back to training and get ready for what's being suggested as Agit Kabayel, that's going to be 4 boogeymen in the heavyweight division that Parker would have clipped. What more does this man have to do? He's almost becoming like Dillian White. Remember how Dillian White was just beating fighter after fighter and never got his chance at Deontay, never was getting his title shot opportunities? That's kind of what he's become. And it's frustrating because no one's really out there trying to champion for Joseph Parker. He's just kind of taking things in stride. But this weekend was the first time I heard him actually sound angry and talk about his frustrations with not getting the title opportunities or the fight for undisputed, just fight for a title. You can see that he's frustrated, he's angry. And he has every right to be. But that being said, the big Uso, Joseph Parker, is angry. And he has every right to be angry. And I'm trying to look, who? In the heavyweight division, there's only one other person that's really out there getting busy and chopping people down limb by limb. And that's Agit Kabayel. Kabayel and Parker are the only two that's really out there chopping people down. Now, we know Usyk did some great work with the work he's done in the heavyweight division, but what I'm talking about is 2 guys who've been in fights that really no one expected them to win. No one expected Kabayel to beat Makhmudov, to beat Frank Sanchez. Sure as hell they expect him to beat Zhang. Most people anyway. And then to see him come and get those 3 big wins. And Parker, I mean, you just didn't know what direction Parker was coming from or going. But not many people thought he'd beat Wilder. Not many people thought he'd beat Zhang. And with Bakole, I was surprised that Parker was an underdog in that fight. And he beat him. That being said, Parker, Kabayel, that's the route things are going. Parker deserves all the respect in the world. I'm just dealing with the facts. But you know, the conversation is always there. I'm just trying to leave it alone in this video and just get this man his respect, because Bakole hurt him in that fight. Parker even said Bakole hurt him. But Bakole didn't do enough. Parker hurt him more, obviously. Keep cool. Let's see what's next for Parker. I kind of feel a little bad for him, because it's almost like they're going to keep throwing these damn obstacles in front of him, expecting him to lose until he finally loses. and he'll never get a chance to fight for those titles again. But if he beats Kabayel and they don't give him a title opportunity, then something's wrong. Something's wrong. And it sucks that he's got to even fight Kabayel. Kabayel should keep doing work, in my opinion. Shit, but not Joseph Parker. But anyway, it is what it is. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents, especially all them Samoans and stuff out there in New Zealand. I see y'all comments. Don't worry, I speak a little Samoan too. Y'all keep playing around. I got something for you. In the breeze.